A tale of souls and swords, eternally retold. Well, at least for the 7th time now. Yes, Soul Calibur 5 is here, but is it worth having another sequel? With gameplay that looks nearly perfectly identical to its predecessors, what does this next installment bring new to the table? Soul Calibur has been a franchise where there was a really big overarching story which was usually told outside of the game on Wikipedia pages. Project Soul has decided for the first time that a true story mode should be implemented. Sadly, the trade-off for this is that most of the mainstay characters get shafted and we don't see much of them. We only get to play as a handful of new characters, and to make matters worse, the story is told through very lazily drawn screens. CGI is used, but not nearly enough as it should be. The story itself is full of plot holes and is almost always really convenient. In one mission you're asked to find these 2 sacred treasures, and it just so happens that when your character takes a stroll through the market, well, lo and behold, those only 2 people in the world that could possibly have these items are just walking by. Yeah, the story feels really rushed and tacked on, and it sacrifices a lot of time that could have been used to develop the other characters of the game. That same tried and true gameplay you expect from a Soul Calibur game is still here. The feeling of chaining combos together and punishing your opponents remains. The speed has been slightly increased, and the game feels a lot more akin to Soul Calibur 2 in terms of gameplay. New things aren't very abundant, with the only really substantial new addition being the critical edge, which is in pretty much every other game, and it's called a super. But anyway, a bar can be steadily powered up, and when it reaches full, the character can pull off a devastating finishing move. The online's been greatly improved from Soul Calibur 4, with a much better netcode, making lag a thing of the past. There's also a Coliseum mode, but so far it's been pretty underutilized, and you pretty much ignore it. Character creation has been completely revamped to include custom skins and objects. New pieces have been added, and if you really try, you can make some amazing things. Take it from me, I spent about 5 hours in one sitting in this mode alone. Not sure if that means I'm artistically talented or if I have no life. I'll let you decide that. While not the best soundtrack in recent years, Soul Calibur 5's soundtrack holds up and has some really powerful pieces, along with some really forgettable ones. Like past Project Soul games, the voice acting is either pitch perfect or laughably bad, depending on the character. Also, you'll probably want to turn off or lower the voice acting during fights because the annoying shrieks the characters make, yeah, you probably don't want to hear them. Also, I swear the announcer's getting freakier and freakier every game. Like, does anybody understand what the heck this guy's saying?
Utopia may not be what all desire. The moon shines brightly on the ugly scars of man.
While the graphics haven't taken a significant overhaul since the previous game, they are better, and they feel a lot more refined and smooth. Created characters can also now make custom player cards, and the few CGI cutscenes the game does have, they look pretty good. It's disappointing that there's a lack of a true opening sequence though. And those of you fudding nuts will be happy to know that the game runs at a smooth 60 frames per second and never dips. Soul Calibur 5 doesn't really feel like a completely new step for the franchise. It sticks very close to the source material from 4, which can be either a good or bad thing depending on your enjoyment of 4. The story is bland and rushed, but the character creation and overall fighting mechanics are still solid. Like most Project Soul games, DLC is already out, and you'll be likely paying for items already on the disc that should be in the game. Stupid bullshit, Best Buy, damn fire, pre-order, But if this all doesn't bother you, I say pick it up. But don't be expecting a huge leap in the fighting game formula. Project Soul, I want my damn fear, damn it. I don't want to pay for him. I feel a rant on DLC coming on.